What is up, guys? It is Ryan from High Caliber Entertainment here, and I have a deck profile for you today. I am profiling the January 2014 format Battlin Boxers. Cheap, consistent, all around well put together archetypes. So let me show you what I got here. So I run the 3 copies of Battlin Boxer Glassjaw. Pretty much, when he's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can add a Battlin Boxer monster from your graveyard to your hand. So if he's an Exceed material for an Exceed monster, you can, and he's detached, besides on the damage step, you can grab something from your graveyard to your hand. So he's really, really good, and he's a 2000 attack beat stick, so that's always awesome. 3 copies of Battlin Boxer Switchitter. He's pretty much the Gishki beast of this deck. When he's normal summoned, you can special summon a Battlin Boxer monster from your graveyard. So it's pretty much an instant Exceed. The only downside is you can only special summon Battlin Boxer monsters for the rest of the turn, but normally when you normal summon him and go for his effect, you're going to go for a lead yoke anyways, so it doesn't really, not a big deal. 3 copies of Battlin Boxer Headgeared. He's pretty much Foolish Burial as soon as he's summoned, so when you normal summon him, you can send a Battlin Boxer monster from your deck to your graveyard. So you can send a Switchitter set up for a play, or you can send a, let's say you have some Battlin Boxer monsters in your graveyard already, and you want to get your play going, you can send a Glassjaw directly from your deck to your graveyard, and when he hits the graveyard, his specs goes off, and you can grab something from your graveyard to your hand immediately. So it's really good, and it can be destroyed by battle once without actually being sent to the graveyard. So you have to kill it twice by battle while it's in face of attack position. So it's a stall piece too, which is kind of cool. Then we run 2 Sparrer. Sparrer is good. When you control a Battlin Boxer monster, you can special summon directly from your hand. But the thing is, if you do this, you skip your battle phase. So this is really, I usually, mainly in first turn. First turn you can really take advantage of its full potential because you can't use your battle phase anyways. But I don't know, it's really used for like a stall play, so if you need to go into like a I don't know, Maze Stroke or something like that, you can. So I run 2 copies of him. And then I run 2 copies of Counterpunch. You can banish him from either your hand or your graveyard to target a Battlin Boxer monster. During damage step, they pop up 1000 attack. So I know some people don't run him or don't run very many copies of him, but he saved me a lot, and he's really good when it comes to lead yoke. So if you don't want to detach for lead yoke, like they're trying to attack over it, try to get one of your pieces off, you can banish it directly from your hand or from the grave to to save one of his detaches. And that's it for the Battlin Boxer engine. I do run 2 copies of Photon Thrasher. He's a level 4 warrior, so you can go into excuse me. You can go into a lot of it opens up plays for a lot of rank 4s. So you can make a Blade Armor Ninja, you can make Utopia, you can make whatever you want, as long as you have something else in hand, special summon, normal summon, whatever else you want. And it's also 2100 attack. So I've actually won games just attacking with Photon Thrasher. So. And then 2 copies of Masked Chameleon. That you run Glassjaw, so you get Glassjaw's Engrave. That's a rank 8 right there, or a level 8 synchro right there. So normal summon Chameleon, special summon your Glassjaw, synchro on up for whatever you want. So I mean, this is really, really good in this deck, and I wouldn't put it at 1 or 3. I would leave it at 2. I think 2 is really consistent, and never really a dead draw. Then I run the 1 Blaster, because all the Battlin Boxer monsters are fire, so you can pop stuff, special summon, all that good stuff. And then last but not least, I run 2 Effect Veilers. So, because Effect Veiler is awesome, and just gets the job done. And that's one thing this deck has a problem with, is card effects. So if a card effect banishes something, or like Caius, or anything like that, you got Veiler to hopefully protect you from those plays. Excuse me. So that's it for the monster lineup. For the staples, I run Dark Hole, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Book. Pretty much all self-explanatory in this deck. Book of Moon's just amazing. Dark Hole's amazing. Foolish Burial's good in almost any deck, but I mean, especially this deck, if you don't have a Headgeared or something to put, something in your graveyard, you have Burial to fall back onto. So, yeah. I run one Reinforcement of the Army, because, any deck that runs Warriors, you gotta run this, obviously. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, back row hate, all that good stuff. 2 copies of the Warrior Returning Alive, because, it's, if you don't have a, chances are you're going to have some sort of Warrior in the grave that you want to get back to your hand, whether it's Photon Thrasher or it's Switchitter. So if you don't have a Glassjaw floating around, you can't use this effect to get stuff out your hand. So this is an easier way. I don't know. I've tested it 3, tested it 1, I've tested it without it. I really like it at 2. It just gets the job done. Then I run 2 copies of Magnum Shield. A warrior only equipped card, but it's really, really amazing. It targets the equipped monster and increases its attack by its defense. So it's just really amazing in this deck. You put on a lead yoke, you got a 3200 attack lead yoke swinging, and I like it a lot. And last, I do run 1 Circle the Fire King. This card's really good because you run Glassjaw. So let's say they're going to attack Glassjaw, or they enter the battle phase, and that's all you have. You can activate Circle of Fire Kings, trade out Glassjaw for a Switchitter or for a Headgeared or something to help you stall more, and then you get Glassjaw's effect as well, because it's just short sets to the graveyard by card effect. So it's a double play almost. And that's it for the spells. For the traps, I run 2 Mirror Force. Punish people who don't know how to play. 2 copies of Dimensional Prison, because Dimensional Prison is an amazing trap card and helps deal with a lot of problem monsters in today's meta. 1 copy of Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 copy of Compulsory Evacuation Device, 1 copy of Torrential Tribute, and 1 copy of Solemn Warning. So, regular staples. They help you get the job done. Wouldn't trade them for the world. And the last card I run in this deck is Spiritual Fire Art Kurenai. Not many people run it. I run 1. I think it's a really good card. It's underrated. It's literally won me so many games I cannot even count. Your opponent has less than 2,000 life points. They're getting the upper hand, and you have a lead yoke, or you have lead yoke with no materials, or you have a blaster. You have blaster on the field, and it's going to be returned next turn anyways. Or you have anything. You can flip your fire art and go for game. It's just, I think it's incredibly good, and I use it. This happens more often than not. I attack into a deep prison, and you chain this, you tribute it so it doesn't get banished, so you still have your Battlin Boxer in grave. So I think it's really, really good. I keep it at 1 though, and that's it for the deck itself. Let's go straight to the extra deck. I run 3 copies of Battlin Boxer Lead Yoke because he is the badass monster of this deck. Whenever Battlin Boxer monster is destroyed, he can detach and exceed material to negate the destruction. So not only himself, or another Battlin Boxer monster. I've had times where I had 2 on the field, both with one with 2 materials, 1 with 1, and they'll try to attack the one to get its last material off, and I'll detach for this one because you can detach for either one, and you'll have 1 left with each material. So I don't know, really, really overpowered card, but it's strictly to this archetype only, so that could be why it's only rare. 1 copy of Blade Armor Ninja because it's a game winner, 22-22. 1 Utopia because, standard stuff. 1 Photon Papal Operative. 1 Mage Stroke, the Symphony de Jin. 1 Gaga Cowboy. 1 Lavalval Chain. The mainly in here for Glassjaw, but he multi-purpose. If you really need a card, you're not drawing it, put it on top of your deck. Number 50 Blast Shoot for Corn, and Diamond Direwolf. That's it for the Exceed monsters. For the Secret monsters, I run one Crimson Blader because Crimson Blader is amazing. Stops a lot of decks nowadays from going off. 1 Scrap Dragon, You know, gets rid of a lot of problem cards. Takes care of business. 1 copy of Stardust Dragon, because I love Stardust Dragon. It's one of my favorite cards of all time, and I think I will run anything that I can get it at. And then I run 1 copy of Colossal Fighter, because in this deck I've seen him get up to like 3,800 before, and a 3,800 attack, you know, it just gets kind of crazy. So yeah, so there's that. So yep, that's it for the deck profile, guys. You know, please let me know what you thought of it. You know, any improvements I can make, or you know, anything you would change yourself, or you know, maybe if you have a Battlin Boxer deck, tell me what you have in yours. You know, that's always cool. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, and as always, take it easy and have a great day.